Hey, nice to meet you. Today I'm going to be talking about the album as a whole. So this album is something that I've been working on for a while, but most of the songs were written before I knew it was going to be in an album. So it's a little bit of a collage of songs that I've been working on for a while, but it's also kind of emerged to be its own thematic piece. It's a bit of a concept album, and the reason why I say that is because it really is the story of the seasons, or specifically fall, winter, and spring. The reason why I chose that to be the kind of narrative is because I see a lot of really cool themes in that progression. You have fall, which is it's this time of death, but it's so beautiful because the leaves are colorful, and it's this time of like Thanksgiving and being together. And so I see a lot of beauty in this death. And then you have winter, which is this time of deep coldness and gray, colorless, but there's enjoyment in that. And then it comes up into spring, which is not always perfect. There are lots of issues with there's allergies and stuff, but it's still this time of redemption and nature has come back. So there's a couple of things I see in that. The first thing I see is, well, I'm a Christian, so I see a lot of Christ in the seasons. You have fall, which is this beautiful death, just like Christ's death on the cross. It's terrible, but it's also beautiful because it allows for us to be able to be redeemed from our sins. And then you have his death, him in the grave for 3 days, and it's dark and it's confusing and no one knows what's going to happen, and then he rises again. But it's not only that, it's also, there's some relationship themes in it as well. I've noticed with relationships, there's different seasons, and sometimes there's some downs and there's rebirth. But it's this idea of hope even through different seasons. So it's not really a new concept, but I think it's really deep, and there's so much more to it than I've even noticed that you can dive into and extract from that kind of narrative or progression. So that being said, the album has 3 different segments. There's fall, winter, and spring. And each one of these segments has 4 songs. I'm going to try to make them kind of go into each other, a good transition. So I'm going to show you fall today, and then in the next video I'll do winter, and the next I'll do spring. So editing the video, and I realize that it's getting a little long, so I'm just going to split it into talking about the fall section tomorrow, but I'm going to use the footage from today. So sorry about that, but it'll be a 4-part series instead, and the next 3 will be the 3 different seasons.